Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Logan, and with the new season and Siege X getting introduced, and a lot of new or returning faces are going to start playing the game again. I have been playing this game for almost 10 years now, and I'm going to teach you guys some tips you can use as beginners or returning players to help catch you up to speed and maybe boost your progression up in the ranks. Now I know what you're thinking. What business does a 10-year player have giving me tips as just a beginner? Well, I have just started my journey as a PC player, so I can put myself in your shoes and give you guys something to relate to. We are both in the beginning roles of Rainbow Six Siege in our own different ways. So what you'll be seeing in the background is a lot of bad aim, controls, and poor mechanics because of course I am beginning on mouse and keyboard. It gave me a new perspective on the game that I feel like can be relatable for the new player. If you guys have any tips for beginning players I may have not covered at the end of this video, then feel free to leave it in the comments below. And if you find these tips helpful, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as we are on the road to 1,500 subscribers. And I cannot do it without you guys. And enough with the chit chat, let's get right into what you really came for. Number 1, this is not Call of Duty. I cannot stress this enough how many players I see come and go and they complain about how fast they die or how people are camping in a corner or behind a desk. That is the name of the game in Rainbow Six Siege. Just because you are a top tier status in Call of Duty does not mean you'll be able to switch over and have the same success in Rainbow Six. This is a very slow paced, outside of some exceptions, tactical, and I don't think I can repeat myself enough on that word, tactical shooter. Meaning you have to use your brain and not mindlessly run around the map like a chicken with his head cut off. Take your time clearing stairs, hallways, and rooms as you make your way to the objective. You don't want to just sprint towards the site. I promise you, you won't get very far, unless you're in copper of course, then you can really do whatever you want. 2. Get comfortable with all operators and weapons. This is something that I can't teach you or give you tips to right off the bat, but it is something that you can learn with just playing the game. It's okay to have a main operator at the start of your journey, but don't just stick to that one operator on attack or defense. There'll come a time where you can't use them and you'll be stuck like a deer in the headlights. If you can get familiar with what each person does and how to use their gun, then you will be well-rounded and never just wondering what to do when you don't have access to your main operator. This game is hard enough as it is. Don't make it harder on yourself because your stubborn ass only wants to play as Ash and Doc each round. I know there are some of y'all out there. 3. Use your ears. Now I know a lot of you guys out there have hard or selective hearing, me myself included, but you're going to have to play this game on max volume most of the time. This game uses sound cues for literally everything. You need to be able to hear people's footsteps, drones, gunfire, etc. That also ties back into the first tip by not mindlessly sprinting around the map because the other team can hear you do that. There are certain settings for audio you may like over others, you'll just have to play with it and figure out what works best for you. Not everybody is the same. Not only is it important to know which way the audio cue came from, but it's important to communicate that to your team, so they can act off of what you hear to be able to make a play or help you. Which ties into my next tip, which is number 4, communication. I know you guys don't know maps and callouts yet, and that's okay, but what you can do is keep it simple. You don't need to know what every room is called, but if you can just communicate what you know, it will go a lot further than saying nothing at all. If you're in a garage and you see a player there, you can say there is someone in the garage and your team will get the picture. You don't have to give exact rooms and details. As well as let the team know you are newer and don't know a whole lot of callouts. From my experience, outside of that one dickhead who hates his personal life and feels like he needs to put you down over the internet, most people are willing to work with you and even help you. All you have to do is ask. Just make sure that you are communicating with your team to the best of your ability, as well as try to act off of what they say to you as well. Teamwork goes a long way. After all, there is a reason why in every tip video you watch, communication always comes up. It's the fastest way to learn as well as rank up once you get to the competitive scene. Number 5, use your cameras and drones. Using cameras and drones is crucial for getting intel and getting a step ahead in the round. Whether it be scouting enemy positions, looking for weaknesses in the site setup, or just bait or distractions, Having eyes on the enemy allow for you to know where your enemy is without them even knowing you can see their exact position. It also allows for an unstoppable pre-fire as long as you hit your shots, of course.
Do you want to get good? Yes, think I want to get good, then hit your shots, kid. Last time I checked, oh yeah, you didn't hit your shots. Have fun in the lobby.
Using that knowledge and communicating that with your team and constructing a useful game plan is almost guaranteeing you a round win. In a game where intel and teamwork is everything, knowing an exact location of an enemy could be the difference in a win or a loss. And before I wrap the video up, here's an extra tip for you as well. Going into a free-for-all match and just working on your aim and learning different recoil patterns for different guns is also recommended. The shooting range is good to go into, but where you really get used to gunfights is in those free-for-all matches, just because you see so much action. And it will definitely get you up to speed in no time. I even recommend that for experienced players as well. Alright guys, that's all I have for the tips to give y'all today. If you experienced players feel like I may have missed something important, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Hopefully you may have learned something and I've helped you progress in your Siege journey. Like I said, we are on the road to 1.5 thousand subscribers and I cannot do it without you. So if you enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate you hitting the subscribe button as well as let me know what video you would like to see next. Alright guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day and I'll see you in the next one.